Hey there, it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video I'm doing a review of the Ultimate Weekly Planner from Studio 331. So full disclaimer, I was sent this planner for free in exchange for this review. As always, I'm always going to give an honest opinion if I paid for the planner myself or if someone sent it to me, so it's not going to persuade my opinion or anything. Okay, so I came across this planner company when I was searching for layouts that are different to the traditional 2 pages per week where you've got the columns and then the days of the week are spread across 2 pages. I'm finding that I'm much preferring layouts that have the days of the week on one side and then list making space on the other. So when I saw the layout for this, I was like, I really want to give it a go. And then I saw this cover and I was like, I have got to give it a go. I really like this planner. Look how cute the cover is. Love it, love it, love it. Really nice gold foil effect, but different to the other ones. It's built into the paper, so it's probably like a digital paper, but it still gets you that nice gold, which looks quite cute. Love that font, very nice. Now it is quite a small planner, so when I saw it on the internet I thought it was quite large, and then I looked at the size and I was like, okay, that's actually quite small. So it's only 6 inches wide by about 7.75 inches high, so very small and portable. You could easily put this in your handbag. It feels very light, about the same weight as my Kindle, so not too heavy at all, and it's only about 1 centimeter thick, so quite compact, a nice little planner to take with you on the go. Alright, so let's have a look at the inside. So that's the company. I'll have the link below as well if you're interested in the planner. Alright, so let's go through the pages. So we've got a goal setting page for 2018, personal information page which comes standard. One thing I will point out, the line spacing on this planner is very small. So it's a small size planner and then the line spacing is small as well. As you can see, not very wide lines to write with, so you might need to put it over 2, like each word over 2 lines if you write large. Just pointing that out. Okay, so 28 and 2019 dates at a glance calendars which start on a Sunday. I really like that the weekend days are shaded. I just think it makes it so much clearer and easier to see, especially when you're doing travel planning like I do and I'm trying to pick dates that align with weekends and then tapping on extra days with annual leave. So like that it's already shaded and easy to see. Okay, so we go into the monthly calendar. So it is a 2018 planner, but then it gives you these extra months of November and December as well before the 2018 starts. So it starts on a Sunday, much like, the same as the dates at a glance pages, which is great, keeping it consistent. The weekly spread, however, starts on a Monday, which is a little disappointing that it's not consistent. Back to the monthly view. So the boxes are quite large, especially considering the small size of this planner. It's very roomy, it maximizes the space on the page, and you still get the nice big bold month up the top. So if you're flicking through, you can find the month quite easily, which is very handy because there are no tabs with this planner. They've just got the months printed in the margin on the side, which is a cool idea, and it definitely saves bulk and keeps the planner really light, and you can still find the month when you're flipping. If you wanted to add your own tabs, you could use a sticky note or just use a paper clip to mark the week. I don't mind it, I think it's a nice touch. Okay, so better than having nothing. And then we've got the dates at a glance calendar that most planners include, a large to-do list sidebar. So the line spacing on this is kind of weird. It's really big, but then if you look at the weekly spread and the other pages in the planner, the line spacing is quite small, so it's kind of odd that they didn't keep it consistent. But there is nice big lines on the monthly spread. The boxes are about 1.25 wide by about, get my ruler out, by about the same height, so they're almost not quite square. Given the size of the planner, I do think that's a decent size to write in, and the dates are quite large, so if you normally wear glasses then you probably won't need them to read those dates. It does have national holidays printed as well. The planner is made in the USA, so US holidays printed on the page, and again the Saturday and Sunday are shaded for the weekend, so really like that touch, very nice. Now the weekly spread, so starts on a Monday, not consistent with the monthly spread, which is kind of disappointing, but anyway, I do really like the layout of this spread. I think it's really functional and very open-ended. You could use this in so many different ways. So when I try it out for the 52 planners in 52 weeks challenge, I'm going to do blog posts on this side here. It also has the holidays printed on the weekly spread as well as the monthly, which is handy. So I'm going to do my blog post planning over here, and then I can have my to-do list going. You could use this as a menu space, or you could do a most important task for each day, like your priority cleaning tasks. If you're a student, you could put due dates in there. You could put a favorite memory or something that happened that day, or something that your kid said or did if you were doing like a journal. So lots of different ways that you can use spreads like this. And I just think it's so much better if you're someone like me that doesn't like, they work a day job, so they don't have lots of time to spend on their blog or whatever you want to use your planner for. For me, it's my blog. So then that way I can put down my blog post and just have a big long to-do list that I work off. I don't have to allocate things to a certain day, and then if it doesn't get done, then my whole week's like jumbled up. I'd rather just have a to-do list and just tick it off as I go. So I like that it's got the reduced space for weekly planning, and then more so a focus on the to-do list, and a nice big wide space to write the to-do list as well, because a lot of planners give you narrow little columns which don't give you much room to write. As you can see, that's quite a wide space, so you're not going to need multiple lines to put one task, so that's really good. Line spacing again is quite small on that one, but this part is undated, so that's good. Alright, so it continues throughout, and it's got these little, like, I think it's Bible quotes up the top here if you're into that. Okay, so we've got all the monthly spreads and the weeklies. Let's try and find a monthly calendar and see what it does when the dates are split, if the dates are split. So you know how if you've watched my other planning videos, I always check what the go is when the last day, if I can find it, this is when tabs would come in handy, if I can find it. So like, instead of going, say the 30th was here and they needed the 31st, instead of putting it in the top box, some of them split it in half. So I'll see if I can find one. I don't want to make the video too long, so if I can't, I'll just have a look and let you know when I post it. This is pretty much my first impressions video. I hadn't really had a good look at it before I'm filming this. So if you want a genuine opinion, this is it in the video. Okay, so January, yeah, no. Okay, I'll have a look afterwards and then I'll post it and let you guys know. The link to the blog post will be linked in the description box below. Okay, so let's go to the back of the planner. So we've got the groceries shopping list, which is a really good idea. Only if you want to cut these out and take them with you, then it's probably not going to work very well because they're printed on the back. So, I don't know, I'd probably just take a photo of it, of the shopping list, and then go to the grocery shop and look at my phone. So lots of those grocery pages, which is pretty good. I'm probably going to use them instead as list making space. Then I can get a header sticker and cover up the groceries and then use it for a functional list, or like cleaning lists or something like that, because groceries, I prefer to keep that on like a sticky note where I can just take it with me to the shops. Lots of line notes pages, so a lot more than most planners include. Look how many there are, tons of them. One thing which you've probably noticed with this planner, it's kind of weird to me. They've got a photo and then they've like faded it to create the background. So I've not seen another planner that does this, and I was interested to see how it would look. Personally, I'm not probably too much of a fan of it because I find it's a bit distracting, especially when you write stuff on the page. It's sort of, I don't know, I guess kind of unnecessary, and it doesn't really fit with the cover and the overall like style. It's kind of a bit odd to me. That's just my personal opinion. Alright, so let's go to the back where I did some pen testing. So I always do a pen testing with every planner, and I tend to use the same pen brand so I can see how they all compare. I also did some highlighters as well, friction stamps, and then the Mamby stamps. So if we look at the back, as for a pen test, it's turned out pretty good. So I don't know if it's this pattern which is like distracting, or the fact that you just can't, it doesn't bleed through the paper, because I can't really see much bleed through, a little bit there. And of course the marker pen, that Stabilo one, always bleeds through the pages of planners. So the paper doesn't feel too thick, but it is not bleeding through, which is really good. Like the flares and all those didn't really bleed through, so that's pretty good. The highlighters weren't too bad. The Mamby stamps, as always, bled through the page. They always do. I'm yet to find a planner that doesn't. It'd be great if Mamby would fix their stamps to make it so they don't bleed through. The friction ones didn't, which is good. So on the whole, pen test turned out pretty good. I approve, not too bad. And then the pocket folder at the back here, which feels quite sturdy, even though it doesn't like cut in here, it's rounded. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to fit in that, but it's probably for the best, because if you're anything like me, it becomes a bit of a dumping ground. And then the back cover, which is that same like sturdy cardstock as the front cover. So there is no clear protective cover or laminate on this, so I'm not sure how it will go by the end of the year. Like the corners might get a bit scuffed. I can see they're already a little bit scuffed. So not sure about that, but if you want something that's small and portable and has that really nice functional weekly layout, then this would be a really good pick. In terms of size, it is going to be quite portable and small, and if you want one that's like the horizontal style with the lists, this would be a good alternative if you're finding that the plum paper is too big, because this is quite similar to the plum paper layout. And this one also gives you more space for to-do list and a meal planning space, which the plum paper one doesn't. So I do think it's a pretty good on-the-go planner. As for size, you can see it's like the same size as my hand. I don't think I have man hands, but I don't know. Anyway, so it's not too bad size. On the whole, pretty good for a simple planner, and it's kind of gender neutral too. There is a craft cover as well if you didn't like this one, if you were getting it for like your kid to use in school. So not too bad on the whole, pretty good basic planner. And I'll include the link below to the blog post where I'll mention about what happens with the monthly spread after I've checked it out when I hit stop on filming this video. So I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. I do new planner videos each week because there's so many planners to get through. I just want to review them all. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to be notified when those posts go live. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.